Hi Nicola, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
So yes, Nicola. So you have asked us like in the last class also same topic revision, right? Like in order to
Yes.
find the perpendicular line as well as parallel line slopes and equations in order to
Yeah.
find the same concept. So anyways, I have gathered the material. If you want, even from your textbook questions also, we can solve in today's class. Okay. So when you have the test on this topic, Nicola,
Pardon?
when you have test on this topic, you told me you are going to write some test on this one, right?
That I'm going to write a test?
Yeah, when?
Oh, I told you that?
Yeah, you told me in last class.
Yes. So I did my test on Thursday.
Okay, great. Okay, so how was the test paper then?
It was good. The questions were easy to answer.
Okay, cool. Then no issues. We have much time then. So I thought a test will be in the next week. So I thought I need to finish at least two topics in today's class, but I won't be in rush, so we'll go very slowly. Okay. Yeah. So while we are solving any equation in last class, also I have told you uh, what's the meaning of x-intercept. Anyways, people.
It's when a line passes through the oh sorry. It's when the line passes through the x-axis.
Where y is equal to 0.
0.
So this you need to tell must and should. Okay, the condition, it's a condition actually. So x-intercept means where y is equal to 0. And what about the y-intercept?
When
The
x.
same line, yeah, when x is equal to 0 and passing through y-axis. Equation of the line obviously, so we have discussed already, which is in the format of ax plus by plus c is equal to 0 or y is equal to mx plus b, right?
Okay.
Next one is the slope of line. Slope of line will be represented by using m. M is the letter, and the change in y, which is rise over run. Change in x. So rise also you know, run also you know, independent variables, dependent variables. For example, if you have an equation y is equal to mx plus b, what are the independent variables, Nicola, in this equation? What are
The
the
ind-
independent?
the independent variable would be x.
Good, perfect. And what about the dependent variable? Y, right?
Why? Yeah.
Obviously. Yeah. Okay. So I already told you, like, for example, if you are taking a point somewhere here, the x coordinate, which is nearly 10 and 50. So 10 is the distance from the y axis, and 50 is the distance from the x axis.
Yeah.
So that's what we have discussed in the previous class also. Okay, so determine the reciprocal. These are the very basic questions I think so for you. So you know, right, how to solve this one.
Pardon?
You know, right, how to simplify this question.
Simplify number 2.
Yeah, this one.
Oh, this one. Oh, sorry. So, what I would like to do is change the mixed number to an improper fraction.
Yes.
So it would be negative 3 over 2. And then the reciprocal would be 2 over negative 3.
Yeah. So which can be written as negative 2 over 3,
Yes.
like this. Okay, so how about like 1.5? What's the reciprocal for 1.5?
So 1.5 is equal to 1 1/2, which is basically 3/2. And then the reciprocal would be 2/3.
Oh. So if I'm giving you this type of question and I'm asking you to simplify for n,
N?
so I need,
Okay.
yeah, n. So how you can do that,
So you would subtract 2.
right?
So you would have 4m minus 3n equals 2. And then subtract 4m,
Yes.
negative 3n equals 4m plus 2. And then divide by negative 3n equals,
2 minus 4m, right?
oh yeah, or I
Yeah.
would have done negative 4n plus 2, but it's the same thing.
Okay. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then
Correct.
your answer would be n equals 4/3m um, minus 2/3.
Good work. So next question. Estimate the solutions to the tabular value and verify the solution. Estimate the solutions to graphical and verify and solve the equations 1 and 2 using algebra. So I think so this question was covered completely. First component. Yeah. So how we can approach this question?
For your table of graphs, would it be one column is x and one column is y?
Yes. But there is no y here, right?
Pardon?
There is no y. Y is not there here. For the first question, y variable is not given.
So I need to solve for x
Yeah,
using tables.
correct. Yeah,
So, oh, okay. Could I just flip it around and say 9.5 plus 3 equals 4.25x? And then,
12.5.
pardon?
12.5. 12.5. It's
Yeah.
12.5, right? So when you add 3 numbers, yeah,
So I would just,
and then, yeah, please continue. Any color?
could I divide by 4.25?
Yes,
But
that would be
it would be, yeah, 2.9. What shouldn't I solve it graph using
so.
tables?
Actually, table we will get.
How would I solve using
It's not
tables?
possible. Table is not possible here actually. Why? Because the reason is there is no y variable only. So what you will do by drawing the table? No use, right? No need to draw any table for this actually.
Okay.
Okay. If in case you have a y variable, then you would have done by taking different values for x, and we would have simplified the different values for y using the table of values. But here directly it's an equation. There is no y variable at all. So what's the line representation? X is equal to 2.94. How we can represent?
Pardon?
How will be this looking like? How this line looking like? When you draw a graph for this,
On
what type of graph will you do?
of graph, I would uh
Yeah, yes.
use. Let me. Would you use this graph?
Yes. Yeah. In this graph, how you can represent x is equal to 2.94?
Here. Oh. Oh, whoops.
Correct?
Sorry.
And it is a
It
point,
would
but
be
x is equal to 2.94 is a line.
here, like this,
Yeah.
a vertical line.
Perfect. Good work. So the point is
Yep.
2.94 and x is equal to 2.94 is the line equation, right? So like how we can simplify. So next one, estimate the solution. So second question of they are solving. So estimate the solution to a given equation using
Pardon?
graphically and verify the solution. Okay,
So, well, you would have
how
to
you can approach a second question?
isolate and simplify. But isn't negative 2 y?
Yes. Negative 2y. Actually, this is your textbook question only. They didn't provide a y variable for it. It's your textbook question, so there is no y. So you can see the
Sorry, I'm just
question maybe.
confused. I don't see. Did you get it from my
Yeah,
textbook?
just a minute.
Okay, I can. Like, what page is it on?
Yeah, I think so, yes. I think so, like it's around a 258 page number, but from that page only, maybe I pasted it.
Okay.
Otherwise, let's skip this question, no issues. Why? Because there is no variables, proper variables. So let's go to the next. Okay. So this is the fourth one, and this question is from your textbook. Proper
What
question.
page?
Yeah. Okay. So fourth chapter, maybe. Yeah. Let me tell you the question. Okay, let's do like this. Instead of all this, confusion. So you can share like which were the question you want from your textbook. from the page number. So I will upload the same question right now.
Okay.
Okay.
I've
I
done
gathered these
something like
questions
this.
randomly, so it's somewhat difficult to figure it out. Which page question is this? Exactly. I think so. 201 page number. Yes, it's a 202 page number. Fourth chapter. Yeah, 202. And these are war framing questions,
Uh,
so a little
no, I don't.
important and confusing also always. This is not a direct question, right?
So,
Yeah.
600 is
So
his
yeah, how you can
budget or his
approach this
final
one? How
amount,
you can solve this one?
which equals 5.25x. So, per linear foot of
Yes,
fencing, it's $5.25. So you need to see how many feet he can get,
yes,
and yeah, so it would equal that much.
yes. Correct. So we can equate $5.25 per a linear
Which
footage
equals 6.
fencing. So it would be X, right? Number of footages. Yeah. So which is equal to 600. So this is the equation, and in the A part of the question they are asking, estimate the amount of fencing used using a table
Pardon?
of values of the graph. Again, table of graph. Is the table is required actually for here.
Okay.
So to simplify this, a table is required. Is it
Pardon?
required?
I can't
No,
hear
right?
you.
Table is not at all required here. So in order to yeah, the increase. Let me increase my number. Yeah, actually, in order to simplify the
Okay.
value for x here, we did we need a table of values? Is that needed, or we just simplify it? So
Which
see
would be
here.
around
So x is equal
114.
to, we can simplify directly, 600 over 5.25,
There's a
right?
decimal, but this is equal, like the whole number.
114. Okay. Okay, so which is 600 over 5.25 will be, yeah, 0.28 if you want, exact value. Okay. So for
So for
this
our
one,
table,
in order to
we
simplify
could
this
just do,
one, did we use the table actually here? Table is
so
required.
x is your number, and then y would just be how much it is for your number of fences. So let's say x equals 5. So you
Yes.
do 5 times 5.25 would be 26.25. Well, that's like a lot, so I guess we could go even up to like 100, 125.
Okay. Okay, so you mean to say
Yes,
you are
by
taking values
multiplying
for x,
the number of
but how
feet.
you, okay,
So
so
this is
while
5 feet,
multiplying,
and then you multiply by 5.25, then you would get y, which is your cost, not
okay,
600, but it would be
okay,
the cost of number of fences.
okay, yeah, yes, yes, yeah. Okay, fine. So actually,
Yeah.
as of I know, like this table only not at all needed in order to simplify this. Why? Because there is no y variable, right? Anyways here. So this is the assumption part which you are taking. Even in your textbook also, if you are observing just before the question, you can check it with key ideas 4.1, page number 201. There is no y variable at all, right? So they just considered some variable actually y, and they just simplified the value for x only at the end. Yeah. So these are the consideration values, like assumption values. But as of
Yeah.
we know, no need to this table only. But if they are asking in case, then we can represent by taking some assumptions. Okay, so the B part of the question is says determine
Yes.
the exact amount of fencing using algebra. So we just use the algebra and the fencing also we have got it right, which is one so per linear foot. So this will be
Um, you're supposed to do
per
left
fence.
side
Verify your
equals
solution.
right side,
How can we verify our solution?
but in this case, it's a budget. So you just have to make sure that the
Perfect.
x is not more than the right side, which is 600. Needs to be.
Yeah. In fact,
Yeah.
let me tell you. Yeah. In fact, let me tell you one more procedure to solve this. We got
Yeah.
already x value, right? When you plug this x value in the algebraic expression, left hand side we will get as right hand side. Then only algebraically which can verify. See, if I plug there 5.25 times
Well, it's just
114.12,
a little less
which
by
is equal to 600.
0.3 cents or
So
just
this can
3
be written
cents.
as 600 is
But
equal to
yeah, it's
600 only,
still
right?
the same.
Yes, yes, yes. Uh, yeah. The change is only when we divide, we have taken only two
Yeah.
decimal places. So if you are taking exactly same decimal values here, you'll get the same thing here.
No.
So that will be algebraically verified. So verified our solution. Any queries, any column in this question? Okay, let's move on to the next.
I
So you can
actually
choose any one of this. In fact, not
I
only
think
from
there
here,
was one question that I
you
wanted
can
to
choose any question
go
from your
over with
textbook.
you yesterday, but I was busy. Yeah.
Okay, okay, yeah,
So it's somewhere on page 303.
yeah. You can tell me, or even you can upload different questions if you have. Yeah.
Oh, three.
Okay. 3 3.
Oh yes, number. Uh,
This one.
sorry, it was one with parallel. Mhm.
Yeah, question number.
Mm. Oh, okay, never mind. Page 304,
7th,
number
8th
12
one, 5th
or 13.
question.
Sorry.
Which one?
Yes. Pardon?
Okay, so 12 or 13 exactly?
13, just number 13 on
Exactly
page
12 or
304.
13? You want 12th one or 13th one? Okay, fine. Let me go.
We just finished our unit test for unit
Okay,
5.
yes,
So
Nicola,
we
what
finished with
chapter is going on in your school now?
geometry. We just have an AP exam, more like
Okay,
culminating.
okay. AP exam.
Um, I
Okay.
don't know exactly what we're doing in the next class, like in school. But I would have
So, what do you
liked to
want
do
in the
some
next class? Any topic?
ahead of what we were gonna do, so like I would be able to understand.
Mhm. Okay, okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So you do one thing, Nicola. So if any new chapter is started in your school, you please send us a mail or you can call us and inform us. Okay, before one day at least. Okay. Yeah. So the
Yeah.
13th question, as you can see on board now, show algebraically the points
So a
form a
parallelogram, it doesn't
parallelogram,
have right
but not
angles,
a
but it
rectangle,
has two
right?
pairs of lines that
So
are
what is the meaning of a
parallel.
parallelogram? Yes. Perfect. So as you can see here, for example, if I'm taking this as our consider parallelogram, E, F, G, and H are the points. So E point given as -94, and F is -5, -3, and 1, -4. The last point is -3, 3. So actually, this question may asked in a different way also. Show that the same question by using graphical method also, by using graph. Okay. So in that situation, we would have just marked
Yes.
these points on graph paper so that we will get to know which type of figure we are going to.
Okay.
But here they're not asking about the graph. Show algebraically. So algebraically means we need to use some formulas and calculation for it. Okay.
Um.
So we have, so before we are using formulas, so you know the properties of
Like
parallelogram,
line parallel and no right angles. The
like diagonal
angles should
properties.
equal, I believe, 360 degrees. Um,
Yeah, lines are parallel. Yeah, that's one
I guess
one rule.
one
Correct.
pair of lines, like one
No right
pair, should
angles.
be
Correct.
longer than the other, maybe.
Yes.
Yeah. And obviously four-sided.
Yes, like two are parallel, two opposite lengths are parallel and equal. Yeah, four-sided. Yes. Mm, yeah, correct. Give me a second, so I'll get complete thing. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so the difference between a rectangle and a parallelogram is in parallelogram opposite side lengths are equal like a rectangle only.
Yeah.
Nicola? Yeah. So like a rectangle, parallelogram also will satisfy a condition which is opposite side lengths are equal in parallelogram as well as in rectangle
Yep.
also. But a small difference between parallelogram and a rectangle is in parallelogram diagonals
Correct.
are not equal. If I draw a diagonal like this and this one, these two diagonals are not equal, then we can say it's a parallelogram. Otherwise it will become a rectangle. Okay, so if you want, let me give you that condition also which will give. So you can check that one in chat box. So opposites side of a quadrilateral formed by the given 4 points are equal and also diagonals are unequal. Then in that case we can say it is a parallelogram. So what we have to do? So we have to find the length of H,
A
F, that
question,
is one
because I tried
diagonal length,
doing this question as well.
and
Um,
EG.
wouldn't
So
you
both
find,
are not
so
equal,
since
then we can say it's a parallelogram.
um doing okay, yeah. So on
Okay?
here, um I don't know how, okay, so on a graph, let's say it's on a graph because of the
Okay.
coordinates. Wouldn't you look kind of at the slope of the line? So this slope should equal this slope, and then technically this slope equal this slope.
Yes.
So I guess you would have to do guess and check, correct? Because you wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
fully know if H and F and E and G have the same
Yes.
slope. Okay.
And that slope will be equal. Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. When I
Yes,
just
using
started this problem, I
equations,
told you
but
we
we
will
don't
do this
fully know if
question by using
these
graphical
two
also.
points or two ordered
But
pairs
read the question
have the
properly.
same slopes.
It is
So it
asking
could even
like
be
show
H and
algebraically.
E,
So
or
what's the
E
meaning of
and F, or F
algebraically?
and G.
It's not a graph. Hmm. Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah, you can do that. You can do that actually. But while we are graphing, Like anyways, so see for example, even if you are trying with a rectangle also, the
Yeah.
same conditions will happen, right? So this one is parallel to this one, and this line is parallel to this one, and the slopes must and should equal. Even in rectangle also same thing will happen,
Yeah.
right? So our question itself asking, we need to figure it out, either it is a parallelogram, it's a parallelogram but not a rectangle. It's a parallelogram but not a rectangle. Okay. So what is the meaning of a rectangle and parallelogram? Common conditions are like two pair of opposite sides are equal,
Yeah.
which means EF is equal to HG and EH is equal to HG. So these are like equal. Opposite sides are equal. Okay. So
Yeah.
anyways, parallelogram also, which is parallel only, rectangle also it is parallel only. That doesn't make anything here. Now, which will makes you the difference when you are finding the side, diagonal's length of diagonal. When the length of the diagonal is
Okay.
not equal, then which will become a
Uh,
parallelogram only
partially. Yeah.
if in case if we get the diagonal lengths are equal, then we can say it's a rectangle. Okay, you got it what I'm saying? When all okay, so when all these conditions are true,
Yeah.
then which will becomes only a parallelogram. For example, if you may get
Okay.
after solving this question, you may get like HF is equal to EG, which means the diagonals are equal, then we can say it's a rectangle. So these are the conditions which we need to know in order to solve this question. Okay.
Um,
So now the thing is like
the
how we
length.
can find the different lengths actually.
Mm,
Like for example, if I'm asking you to find the length of HE,
yeah.
HE, how you can find this length? Yeah, length
I had
like
no
distance
idea.
between the 2 points is the length, right? So we have 2 points here, which is E and H. So we have to figure it out the distance between the 2 points. You know the concept how to find the distance between the 2 points. Okay. Mhm. So actually, like we have a formula in order to simplify that.
Okay.
Okay. So I have uploaded. Okay. Okay. So in order to get complete idea, let me give you like a distance between the 2 points first. Okay. So let me go to the another board. For example, if we have a 2 points here, which is AXY or X1 Y1 and BX2 Y2, then the distance
1
AB
second.
line segment distance can be written as square root of x2 minus x1 whole square
Okay.
plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Okay. Yeah.
Just a question. For this situation,
So
since it
like how
doesn't
we
ask
can
for
find the distance
like
between 2 points?
the
It's like a
length
slope
or
actually.
anything,
Slope is so
wouldn't
for
it
slope
be
we have
easier to
a
just
formula, right?
find
y2 minus y1 over
find the
x2 minus
slope?
x1.
So m equals y2
Yeah.
minus y1 over x2 minus x1, and then see if the slopes are the same.
Yes. Yes, we can do like that,
Well,
Nicola.
uh,
But how you can tell
what,
either this is
sorry,
like this one is parallelogram but not
let
a
me move
rectangle.
back to here. So
The
you
given
could
diagram
algebraically
is a
find the
parallelogram
slope
but not a rectangle.
of,
How you can do that?
let's say, h and e, and then see if the slope of g and f are the same. So let's say their slopes are 1 over 6, but then you would see which one is going to be where. So you can say h and e, but it could actually be
Okay.
e over here, e up here,
Yes. Yes.
and
E
h
here.
down here.
Okay.
So you would find the other slope. So this slope should be equal to this slope.
Yes.
And since this slope
Yeah.
is not equal to this slope, it would technically make it a
Okay.
parallelogram because, parallel lines have the same slope, but lines that aren't parallel don't have the same slope.
Okay. Yes. Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
You almost approached the question, but a small thing you missed it. Which is like, for example, these two. See, for example, if I'm getting like for this one like 1/6, and for this one 1/, some 5 or 3. Okay. Now, how you will get to know from this two side lengths, which is parallel, like which length is parallel, and sorry, which is
Well,
rectangle, which is a parallelogram. How you can tell them? Yeah,
I
we
would
done
say because
everything.
it
We
would make a
figured
lot
out
of
the slopes and
sense
everything.
graphically,
With the
but yeah,
slopes,
I
how you can
understand
tell
why it
me
wouldn't
either
work.
this is a rectangle or a parallelogram. That's only the question I'm asking.
Yeah.
If the question is, yeah,
Oh, wait, once. Oh, sorry, but um, if it were supposed to be,
yeah,
so let's say
graphically,
a rectangle. This is a
graphically they are not
rectangle.
asking for sure. So without is a drawing method.
Rectangles, they
They are
meet
asking
at a
only
90-degree
algebraically. So
angle.
which means a
So, but that
simplification form.
only works
So you done
perpendicularly.
it.
So technically, if it was a rectangle, it should be -6 over 1, but it's not. So it would be parallel.
Correct? Like, perfect,
Oh,
perfect. Yeah, perfect, perfect, perfect,
okay.
perfect. Good, good. Yeah. Yes, you can do that. I'll agree with that method. So when the two lines are perpendicular, the slopes must be like when you multiply the two slopes, you will get -1. So yes, you can apply that. Yeah,
Yeah.
obviously you can apply. So if you want to apply the same method, yes, we can do. So here slope of HE line is y2 minus y1 3 HE, right? So 4 minus 3 over -9 plus 3, that would be 1 over
Yes.
-6, and HG, slope of HG, so can be written as HG, so -4
4. Yeah.
-3 over -4, -3 over 1 plus 3. So which will become negative
Yes.
7 over 4. So yeah, so when the two lines are perpendicular, then the multiplication of slopes need to be -1, right? So but it is not possible here anyways, so we can say it's a non-parallel line.
Yeah.
I have gathered the thing for that, so I thought I will guide you with it first. Or you can get that one here. Yeah, here we go. When one line of slope m, the parallel line slope will be -1 over m. Or we can say multiplication of two slopes is a -1. So yeah, even that is also one of the rule. Yeah, otherwise even you can figure it out
Yeah.
directly, right? When you are looking into this. So these are not reciprocals actually with the negative symbol changing. So these not a, it's not a like rectangle, since the two lines are not a 90 degrees perpendicular.
Okay.
So yes, you can do that, Nicola. Obviously this is perfect one. And for the
Yeah.
parallelogram, so you need to figure it out this slope as well as this slope also. When these two slopes are equal, then we can say these are
Okay.
parallel, and even for this slope and for this slope, this slope, when you're making these slopes are equal, then even you can say those also parallel lines.
Okay.
Okay. In fact, the same question we can solve by using a distance formula also, distance between the 2 points. Actually, this is the method which we will use in order to simplify this type of questions. But anyways, by slopes also we can simplify, but the exact procedure to simplify this question is by finding the distance between the 2 points. Why? Because in rectangle and in parallelogram, the main difference is the
Okay.
main difference we will get here. In parallelogram, diagonals not be equal, and in rectangle diagonals must be equal
Pardon?
lengths. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyways, so however you do,
Partially.
you will get the answer
I just want
perfectly,
to.
so you'll get the full marks for this.
I understand, but
Hope so you are
it's
clear, right?
very, long, and so there's no kind of like.
Are you clear with this
Wait.
question?
So this equation is to solve. So this equation
Okay, so
is to solve this
sorry.
problem, right?
Mhm.
Or is it just looking for the distance between one point to another?
Yeah. Yes, correct. 2 points to another point. Yes. See,
Yes.
let me guide you. It won't take much time. So just let me guide you. That also. Okay. Yeah, let me upload the question here. So this method is clear, right, for you? The way of solving by using slopes. Yeah. Let me guide you with this way of solving also.
Yes.
So here, when I construct a parallelogram and the points are like E, F, G,
Okay.
and H. So even parallelogram and rectangle opposite side lengths are equal, right? But diagonal length of the diagonal is not equal. Length nothing but distance between the 2 points only, for sure. Okay. So if I find EG length, so what's the EG? So EG points are negative 9, 4, and G point is 5, sorry, 1, negative 4.
Isn't it
So x1, y1,
x2
x2,
minus
y2.
x1 and then
So plug these points in the formula.
wait?
So EG
Oh, it
dash,
doesn't
which is
matter,
line
right?
signal
The
length,
order.
can be written as square root of y2 minus y1
What doesn't really
whole
matter.
square plus x2 minus x1 whole
Okay.
square, right?
Sorry.
Sorry?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, sorry. I just messed up. Yeah, it doesn't matter actually. Yeah. So y2 minus y1, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Y2 minus y1 will be negative 4 whole square plus x2 minus x1. So 1 minus of minus 9 whole square. Why? Because the square term is there, so even if you get negative also it will become plus actually. Okay.
So
So 8 square
164
and
is
this will become
in
like 10
centimeters
square. So which will be
or in
square root
point.
of 64 plus 100. So the value will become square root 164. Any queries in order to solve this one?
Hmm. Okay.
Uh, it's
Okay.
not a centimeter or point also, it's just a length. Actually, in the question, they didn't provided any units if you're looking at the question. So we can just write it as 164 only. Okay? Just a minute. Yeah. So like how, can you try to figure it out for yeah, figure it out the no length for
Yeah.
HF, HF, H point is negative 33 and F point is negative 5, negative 3, right? So take it as same
Uh.
x1, y1, x2, y2,
Yeah.
and yeah, use the formula which is HF is equal to square root of y2 minus y1 whole square plus x2 minus x1, right?
Is 8. Yeah.
Yeah. So this will become 0 square plus 8 the 64. So
That's correct.
like the square root of 64 we will get, right? So once we
Okay.
simplify, we will get to know like EG is
Yeah.
not is equal to HF, right? So when the two side lengths are not equal, then which is possible only a parallelogram, not a rectangle. You got it? What I'm saying? So the side lengths and everything is similar. Rules are similar, like a perpendicular lines only. So which we done in the previous also. In the same way, even for this also, like the two side lengths, everything is exactly the same except the slopes. In the same way, we just done
Okay.
the diagonals are not equal. The diagonal side lengths are not equal. Then it is a parallelogram. When the diagonal side
Okay.
lengths are equal, in case if the two side lengths are equal, we got maybe it is a rectangle only.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, if you have any queries more than this, so you can ask me in the
Okay.
next class. So as of
And
now,
when is
let me
my next
wind up for
class?
now. So yeah, you can practice the questions, and if you get any doubts, you can ask me for sure. And one more thing, like for the next
Tuesday and
class,
Thursday?
any topic is start. is going to start in this
Yes.
school, then
Yes.
you please
Okay. I
let us
just
know, okay?
wanted to.
So that I will gather some material. Next class is usually
Yes.
you'll take it to Tuesday and Thursday, right?
Yes.
Yeah, for you, I
Bye.
think so. Hmm. Correct, correct. Yeah, yeah, Tuesday and Thursday only. If I'm